Sorry about that. So when debugging, if I'm looking at the current state of articles, which is, I'm calling this articles API dot fetch articles, which is coming from the API's, the articles API JS file. Where is it? Fetch articles. It's being exported down here. I'm importing it into home. I'm importing the articles API. And in order to get the fetch articles method, I have to do articles API dot fetch articles. Assigning that to a variable, console logging that. And it shows a pending promise. That means it's like not resolved. So in order to resolve it, I'm gonna actually get rid of that, and just do another then, and get the response. I think this is actually the data. Data equals, I'm gonna console log this, console log data. There. The promise is resolved. I have all my data now. This is what I needed. So before, the promise wasn't actually done completing all of methods that it needed to. So now I have all my data from an API. But now what do I do with that data? So I want to pass it into the article list so I can display all the articles, right? How do I do that? Or how do I do all like the teasers? How do I pass this data?
Would it be data? Articles equals data.
So this articles doesn't have access to this component. So what can we use? What can we create? How do we store data in a component? State? Yep. So I can assign this to state. So if I just state equals articles, then I'm just going to set it to null at the moment. Now, how do I set state on a component? How do I assign articles? How do I assign data to articles?
Articles.setState.
Articles.setState. Set this dot set state. I do articles. Does that work? So I'm just going to actually put news down here for the time being. And then I'm just going to console log state here, this state. And I need to use this keyword because I'm in a class component. There's my state. But here's my initial state. Why is it null initially? So it's coming, it's rendering this component, it's coming down here, it's doing this render, calls this console, and after it's done rendering, then it goes into this component did mount. And then it runs this, the state has changed, data has changed in our component, so it re-renders. And then it calls that again. So if you look at those lifecycle methods of when they fire, render fires before component did mount. There we go. Got all our articles. There's our state. Pass in this state articles. Oh, it broke. What happened?
It's going to bring in the actual where it's creating the teaser article.
Cannot read property map of null.
So it's actually in the
What is that? Create teaser articles.
Where is it?
Look at it again.
Where's it? No, it's article list. I'm sorry.
Article
It's right.
list. Article list, where are you?
So it's where it's mapping.
So right here. Why is that?
Because the home page passes in as articles.
So first because it renders first, so it's null, right?
Yeah.
So how do I get past that? So the first time it renders, it's null.
So can you do
Well, I just do like, so articles. Does that work? Oh yeah, works now. So what did I do? I just ensured I could have done essentially like, it's like an if I could have done a ternary articles dot length exists and render, or I can render, let's render something else. Div no articles. What just happened? Oh, since I'm in, because I'm in a, I have to return a string. It's breaking all over the place. If I return null, oh, it's because it doesn't have a length because it's null. So let's refresh it. See how it said no articles real quick? Right here, if you look right there. There it goes, see it? So it renders that real quick and then it updates it and everything. Let's see, I want to see something, see if this works. Do performance, network, online, do slow 3G. I don't know if this might work. Rendering. Oh man, that's no articles. Yeah, now it comes back. So yeah, you can do like network performance stuff. Online. That's what's happening there. So initially it's null. Initially this dot state is null, so it can't render these articles yet. You can do a ternary like this, or do whatever, I forgot what this is called. Or if articles exists, and then run this. Same thing. So I'm going to stop it right there. Well, let's see. Yeah.